Hey, this is Kelly from the Dolly Rocks.
This is Joe Queer from the infamous Queers.
Hey, Sleepy P. Martini.
Hey, this is Indica Flower.
And you are listening to
Our Brains Hurt.
Our Brains Hurt.
Our Brains Hurt.
Losers.
Well, they needed a jingle for their stupid little show, so they called up the Jasons and we said, fuck no. Then they called us again and they gave us $20 and we wrote them a song that said, your podcast sucks. Then they gave us more money and they asked us really nice and we finally gave in and we said, all right, I'll write you a song, but it's gonna be a clone of a Screeching Weasel song that we heard a while ago. So we wrote them a jingle and it sounded really rad. It was the best little jingle that their podcast ever had, but the file got corrupted and the email didn't work. Now they're stuck without a jingle singing our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. In a very non-copyright infringing sort of way.
So what's going on, fellas?
Chilling. How was your holiday?
Oh, wonderful. Just got back from New York.
What holiday? I don't know what you're talking about. My Christmas tree is bamboo.
You got one of those bonsai trees?
No, it's not. It's not a bonsai. It's just a giant bamboo plant in the living room. Here, actually, I'll send you a picture of it so you can see it.
Is it a bamboo pole, like a Festivus pole?
Nope.
Yeah, back when Target sold like cool lamps and shit and neon signs, they had a fiber optic bonsai tree, and I had it for years. Fuck it, that was
really?
awesome. Yeah, it's cool as shit.
Nice.
I have not been able to find another one. It's been fucking weird. We'd think that those things would be selling in droves.
Bonsai trees are pretty cool. Oh,
Yeah.
I sent you both a picture of the bamboo Christmas tree. There's lights and a few ornaments on it.
You know, you could plant the clippings from bonsai trees and they'll grow into other bonsai trees.
Well, okay.
That's awesome.
Well, sort of. So bonsai is an art form. It's not actually a tree.
That's true.
Right. Because there are like...
Yeah, I've actually done it before.
Yeah.
I kept one for about 3 years, actually. I did pretty well at it. It finally died, but it was because I neglected it. Because you really have to pay attention to them.
Yeah.
But I kept up with it for 3 years. Yeah, it's a
Man, 3 years is a while.
Yeah, it's a difficult like
It's like a quarter of a decade. So
Yeah,
that's still skill.
I have a ton of plants in my house, but like, you know, all I have to do is water them once a week. Not even once a week, like once every 2 weeks, really.
Yeah.
Well, bonsai is like a thing you have to like. I mean, it's almost daily.
You have to be on top of it.
Oh my god, these fucking cats!
Yeah, well, I looked out. The one I had was plastic and plugged into a wall. So
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. That's $20
You
I
guys,
ever spent on a tree.
do you see my my Christmas bamboo tree? I said,
Yeah, it's very
Yes,
nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that quite a bit, actually. Do you have multicolored lights on that? Yes, you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
you
do.
do.
and we can change the
That's
variant of how the lights flash.
Beautiful.
They can flash. They can stay on. There's a timer. Yeah, it's great. We actually keep those lights on that bamboo plant all year long.
Yeah. I do all red lights on my Christmas tree. It looks pretty badass in the
Yeah,
dark.
that's awesome.
Yeah. It's for Satan.
Speaking of Satan,
Speaking of Satan. Only good things come after someone says, speaking of Satan.
I saw this like video on Reddit earlier today where it was like clearly like some religious guy. Oh my god, these fucking cats! I swear to God, I'm gonna murder them.
Hey, leave the cats alone.
And they keep fucking with my front door, like tearing shit off of it.
Like, what do you have in your front door that they're tearing off?
Well, the front door is really old and needs to be replaced, right? It's I rent.
I know.
Water comes off out of the gutter thing or whatever and has splashed up. They've done some quick fixes over the years, but like
They patch the holes with catnip.
it's taking It's taking some water damage.
It's water soluble.
And there's some shit that flakes off. That at some point they like just put this big like kick plate on it at the base of the door. Because I think the front of the door, I think, was probably a little bit water damaged, so they just put a metal kick plate on it, and whatever's underneath the kick plate is like chipping off, and the cats are just straight fucking with it all the time. I'm gonna murder all these fucking cats.
Are they your cats or they're stray cats?
They're strays.
Oh, I thought it was your cats.
I mean, they're kind of ours now.
Stray cats.
Yeah.
Did you meet them while you were eating out of dumpster, Matt?
One could only hope.
Or is it Stray Cats the band that's pulling the bottom of your door? I was trying to remember the singer's name and be nifty about it, but I couldn't. So
It's like 2 years ago or a year ago, year and a half ago. This hussy calico cat started coming around that was in heat. And yeah, and we have like a camera on the front of the house. Like it's not a Ring, it's the other company. It's like whatever the competitor is to Ring. And it used to just my phone used to go off all night long when that fucking calico was around. It's like, oh, what is going on? And I open my, wake up, open my phone up, and it's just like cats banging on my fucking deck.
fuck yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, this slut calico turned my house into a cat whorehouse. Like,
hell yeah.
Ron, the answer you were looking for is Brian Setzer.
Brian Setzer, that's right.
Yeah, stray cats.
Their drummer is Slim Jim Phantom.
Nice.
Bassist, lead rocker. They have the most interesting names.
These stray cats keep fucking with my door. You open it up and it's the three of them. Like
it's like hi, I'm TV's Brian Setzer.
I'm watching Ancient Aliens as we do this.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
The History Channel. That channel that is nothing but anything but history.
The best is there's this channel called the American Heroes Channel.
Oh
AHC.
Yeah, I know that too.
And all they play are Hitler documentaries. And so I always call it the All Hitler Channel, AHC. All Hitler all the time. And then they have like mafia shows on that channel, and they have like they have this one show that's on all day every Friday. It's called I Almost Got Away with It.
These are the heroes of America.
And it's about people who escape prison. And every single one of those episodes, I swear to God, starts in Florida. Like either the person got arrested in Florida or escaped prison in Florida. Florida is the main character of that series. I Almost Got Away with It.
Yeah, they really give our country a bad name down there.
It sounds how almost like one of every John Hughes film starts in Chicago somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Breakfast Club, Home Alone, Ferris Bueller. Yeah.
Since you said something about people escaping prison, I did a kind of a deep dive into the Alcatraz guys recently.
Which ones?
The only three guys to escape Alcatraz.
I went to South America.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they survived.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, like for the longest time, you looked shit up about that investigation, and it was just a big question mark. But there is plenty of evidence to suggest that those guys fucking survived.
Yeah,
plenty. Yeah.
Have you seen their photos from South America?
Yeah. The photo's questionable. There's a lot of people who don't think that photo is like authentically them, which is fine. But there's plenty of other evidence aside from that photo that suggests that they were in South America. Especially with the fucking cards, the Christmas cards that the mom would get every year.
Yeah.
One of the guys with the dude's handwriting. Like,
totally.
Come on. That would just, it wouldn't say, love anybody. It would just be like Merry Christmas, whatever,
Yeah. If you guys escaped prison and had to leave the country, where would you go?
Ooh.
Escaped prison and had to leave the country? That's a good question. Because the correct answer, if you don't want to get found or extradited, is Belize.
Yeah.
but also, you can easily be murdered in Belize.
Well, that was my next question is extradition in play?
I'd probably just go to Amsterdam. I'd go back to my home country, the Netherlands. See how long I could last. I feel like the Dutch are pretty cool and would hide me. They're cool to their own people, at least.
I would try to make my way to Sicily.
Oh yeah, an island.
And just be like I don't know. Just live on some farm somewhere.
Yeah. Well, speaking just since I said island, I learned a thing today that is pretty fucking crazy. Japan this year in 2023
Is an island?
discovered 7,000 new islands off the coast of their country that had never been mapped or known of until 20. How is that fucking possible? 7,000 islands. That's a lot of fucking islands to not know of. Like,
Kismet.
Dude, how is that even fucking possible? And I'm sure like their classification for islands, you know, some of these things were probably out there and became bigger and got classified as islands, but I'm sure that's nowhere near all 7,000.
Right.
That's how that happened, because from what I was reading, a lot of these islands weren't even mapped or known to exist. So like that's fucking crazy.
What are you guys drinking tonight?
I'm gonna go get the second one, but
I'm drinking Founder's Breakfast Stout.
Oh, you're back on the stout?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just polishing off the rest of the Mountain Dew.
Oh, nice. Yeah, tonight's a stout night. This is my second breakfast stout, and then
Have you actually drinking them at breakfast?
I can't bring myself to do that.
That's a good
drink.
stout.
As long as I continue to drink in PM only, I feel like I don't have a problem.
That's a good stout, though. It really is.
And then my last one will be this my last Trogs gingerbread cookie stout.
Nice.
Is that one good?
It's really good. You'd like it.
Man, I bought a bottle of Andre wine or champagne. Is that stuff good?
No, but I love it.
That was the most enthusiastic no I've ever heard in my life.
I love champagne, and I go Andre because like it's cheap.
Yeah.
No, I love Andre. Don't get me wrong. That's my boy.
How much is a bottle of that stuff?
Like $9.
Yeah, it wasn't expensive.
So when I went to Manhattan, my uncle retired. Actually, today was his last day at work. And so I was going to buy him a bottle of Dom Perignon. And the last time I bought Dom, it was like $180 a bottle, but it was like $250 a bottle now. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, he's not getting that, but
Yep, right. Dom's regularly $250
Yeah.
now.
but I got a bottle of Moet. It was like $79. So good. It was like a sweet, it was like a rosé, and it was a sweet rosé.
Yeah, that's
so
good shit.
Yeah.
That's good shit. Now I will have an arsenal of Andre for New Year's Eve this year.
Nice.
It's gonna be fantastic. Yep.
Champagne's delicious.
Yeah, we get
I
into
love the sweet stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. Fucking after we watch 40 reps on New Year's Eve, and
Bastards.
me and the missus go
Yeah.
back to the hotel and get into a bottle of champagne, and then play doctor.
Yeah, I'm still on you saying no.
Play remove the man pawn with your teeth.
Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of that, I got your
Surgical.
Christmas card. I got your Christmas card. For some reason, I don't know why I was thinking this. I thought it'd be much worse.
You thought it'd be worse.
I thought it'd be worse.
It's PG. It's not maybe
Yeah.
PG-13.
Yeah, maybe in the like late 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
PG late 70s.
I mean, we're not gonna get crazy with it. I mean, we will. We're gonna have to coming up with something next year is gonna be a little tough now.
I have an idea.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, I think for tonight, if we don't have all the side businesses taken care of, I came across this topic one night while I was suffering from insomnia, and I'm just like, well, I wonder if there were other messiahs claiming, or people claiming to be the messiah around the time of Christ. And I did a quick Wikipedia search, and yeah, there's a fucking shit ton, and it's really hilarious. This is some funny sounding shit. And fun fact, some people that we've discussed on the show make an appearance on this list.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
So these are messiahs during the reign, when Jesus was alive.
Yes, and some before, some after, but
Ish.
ish. Some of them are also way after, long after. So we have the big three. So we have Jewish, Christian, Muslim, Zoroastrianism, combinations, meaning that there's multiple, they're part of multiple religions, and other Messiah claimants. So these are from, let's see. We have one from Mexico, Ethiopia, Germany,
Yeah.
Lord Rael, which I think I talked about in one of our cults episodes.
Is it German Christ?
It's Hitler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've heard of that guy.
Yeah. Let's see. Our dear friend Shoko Asahara appears on here. Let's see. The Miller. Wow, Ezra Miller, the actor.
No.
Holy shit.
He's bad.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So we have
Ezra Miller.
I think he played Flash, and there was also a lot of like controversial shit about him. I don't know the full story, but yeah, I think that's him.
So, yeah, the dude who plays Flash, Ezra Miller.
That's the gayest superhero, by the way. Flash.
Well, so
unless it was a superhero who could fuck asses quicker than like before you would notice you're getting fucked in the ass.
I mean, that's Flash.
That would be the only the gayer. But that Flash could do that though.
Yeah,
like he could just fucked all three of us in the ass, like as I'm saying this, and we wouldn't even know.
Yeah,
and I just laugh at him
or anybody really.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ezra Miller. Just a quick thing. If he was I feel like any other actor in Hollywood did what he did, they don't not only be in jail, but they'd be talked about for being a piece of shit. But
what did he do? I don't even know about this guy at all.
He kidnapped an underage, like a 17-year-old girl, and like I don't know if he like raped her, but he definitely did some weird like sex stuff with her and like held her against her will, like an underage, like a minor. And he was like, I think it might have even been his girlfriend. Like, and he's in his like 30s, and it's weird. And on top of that, and like, but he's like, I don't even. If it's I think he's transgender. So I think he got away with all of this shit in the eyes of Hollywood and still kept his job through all this shit because he's fucking transgender.
Yeah.
At least that's what it seems like to me.
Again,
I don't know any other reason.
Thanks, Wilksters. Yeah. You guys are killing it out there. Thank you.
That's what it seems like to me, that he got a lot of leniency because he's like transgender, or I don't know.
He claims it. He probably just.
I don't know if he's transgender or if he's just like one of the other, or like queer, or one of the other
alphabets
pronoun things. I don't know them all. I'm trying, but I don't know them all.
I don't know the number now. I know one of the previous counts was 72, but I think there's more now.
But yeah, he did some pretty horrific shit. That's the gist of it.
Mm.
I'm glad he was the Flash and not a cooler superhero. Like you could run fast. Go fuck yourself. Like, who cares? Like what kind of superpower is that shit? Like you can get a gold in the Olympics. Go fuck yourself. Who cares?
It's like when they disqualified the guy who had the Cat Williams comedy thing when he was like Poe Little Tink Tink.
I love Cat Williams. So
motherfucker that didn't have any legs beat like other people that do have legs in a fucking leg race and got disqualified for having an advantage.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is that? The motherfucker with no legs beat a bunch of people with legs in a fucking leg race and gets disqualified, but a dude who's a dude who goes and destroys a bunch of women who are like trying their fucking hardest. No, that's cool. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, we're crazy. We've gone mad. Our society is, I'm telling you, our simulation manager is a comedic genius. We are living in a simulation. Because if I don't believe that, I'll just drive myself mad. So
yeah, nothing's real. Yeah, nothing. Real. Fucking Mandela effect, man. I keep watching. Keep watching.
I didn't even have to bring it up, and Matt did it for me.
I know.
Reindeer, the
But
reindeer,
you were
dude.
bringing up the the idols or the false idols at the time of Christ or other deities at the time of Christ. Like,
No.
The
don't-
reindeer?
the fucking reindeer. Oh my god.
Blinder or something, or
What are the last two reindeers' names?
Donner, Comet and Blitzen.
Well, no, you're right. Donner and Blitzen.
Donner and Blitzen, yeah.
Right? You know the song Oz, right?
Yeah.
The reindeer, Donner. No,
Yeah.
apparently those have never been their names. Apparently, Donner and Blitzen are not the last two reindeers' names, and they never have been. It's Dunder and Blixum. I'm dead serious.
Crazy.
I'm dead fucking serious.
It'd be hilarious if it was Dunder and Mifflin.
Go fucking look it up. You don't believe it? You're talking right. You're an idiot. You just saw something. No, I'm not. Go fucking look it up. You will. Yeah.
It's craziness.
You'll be like, what the fuck? It's not Dunder and Blixum, but it is, and it always has been, apparently.
Yeah.
Mandela effect is ruining my life. I'm fully convinced we live in a fucking alternate reality at this point, or some other timeline,
Simulation.
or a simulation. That's probably
We live in a simulation.
Yeah, we do.
It's very
'Cause, you know-
Gnostic in it's Gnostic in its ideas.
Mhm.
Oh, all right.
Dunder and
actual reindeer names.
Yeah. Dunder and Blixen.
Can't believe I'm actually looking this shit up.
There was
All
real quick, I saw something on Twitter, because Matt and I are fans of Bridge of Phetasy and Dumpster Fire.
Wait, what?
It's a podcast.
Okay.
And a YouTube show.
Yeah, YouTube show. Yeah, it's a news. Well, it's hilarious. Anyway, but
Yeah.
there was this thing recently where they had Japan had apparently had the largest. It was a Guinness record for the largest fireworks blast that occurred, and
So a bomb.
yeah, well, it was a firework. It was a firework, and it spread like an insane amount of distance across.
Yeah.
And
It's called a bomb.
yeah, and they retweeted they've seen bigger.
That reminds me of
The
that
perfect joke. The perfect joke.
That reminds me of that one fucking crossover that they had where this radio DJ lost his job to disco, and he knew the manager for the Mets,
Mhm.
and he basically had this contest going where people could get free admission if they brought a disco album to set fire in right field, and so
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
the fucking stadium was packed beyond capacity.
Yeah.
And they had a huge pile of shit just to burn. And when he finally set it on fire and set the whole outfield on fire, it was fucking fantastic.
Yeah. It's one of my prouder Mets fan moments.
Yeah. Right after the whole Mets
Oh.
fans have AIDS thing.
Yeah.
There's a book called The Worst Ideas Ever. I heard that shit and I'm sitting in my office and I busted out laughing and I had to put my head down just to keep my coworkers from thinking I was insane.
Yeah.
And then I found the video footage later on YouTube. It is fantastic.
I've never seen the video footage. I've just heard of it.
Dude, it's so fucking funny. It's just it's like this huge fire, and then everybody rushed the field. It's fucking awesome. It's one of my favorite moments in sports history.
Awesome.
Maybe we'll do an OVH sports episode about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. And Matt, you're right. Yeah, it is. It's Dunder. It's Dunder and Blix.
What the fuck?
Crazy.
Thunder and
crazy,
Blixum?
Yeah.
Anybody listening to this right now is going, "You're crazy."
Yeah.
It's not Dunder and Blixum.
It's on
Yeah, it
Wikipedia,
is.
so it must be true.
It is.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
you're like,
wait.
And then people will be like, "No, it's in the song. I'm gonna go play the song." Fuck you. Go play the song. Listen
Yeah.
to it. It says Dunder and Blixum. We
Okay,
live in a
so
simulation.
Donder is
Yep.
standard Dutch for thunder, and Blitzen is derived from the standard Dutch Bliksem, lightning. Thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing.
And there's gonna be publications that refer to it. What was another one? This is a really good classic Mandela effect thing. The one James Bond movie with Jaws, the big dude
With
said like,
Jaws?
Oh, with
yeah,
the
he's
fucking
bad
teeth.
guy. He had the metal teeth.
Oh, yeah.
And at the end of the movie, there's the girl with the pigtails and the glasses, and he like smiles, and then the girl smiles, and she's got braces.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, look, it's a match made in hell, more than likely. But but like the thing is she doesn't have braces and apparently never did. And if you go back and watch that movie now, she doesn't have braces. And the movie studio has said no, she never wore braces.
Whoa.
But you can go find fucking movie reviews from the time where people are talking about her having braces in the movie reviews. So what the fuck is that?
Wow.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that?
Why is it
would
called the Mandela effect, by the way?
Because the first time that this whole mass misremembering of things was popularized was from Nelson Mandela, because there's apparently millions and millions and millions of people around the world who remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in 1992, but that didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
But like that's what started the whole thing. And then since then there's 1.5 million other fucking things, and there's more and more and more that keep popping up every year. Like the first one that got me was the Berenstain Bears. Like, like fuck you. There's no such thing as the Berenstain Bears. I grew up on that shit. It was Berenstein. Like I didn't read it and say it my entire life wrong. Like I'm a literate person, and I pay attention to that shit. Like
maybe they changed it because they were anti-Semitic.
No, because I even went back to my old childhood books that I still had at the time and looked at them, and the A's there, and I was like, "What the fuck?" We live in a simulation. Oh, Squire, yeah, Squire guitars.
What about him?
How do you spell Squire?
Squire.
Wrong.
How do you spell it?
Squer. Squier.
Shut up. I have one right here. Hang on.
Yeah, I learned this one today.
I did.
Rob's like, I got one right here.
Squier. Yep. I'm knocking down everything in my.
What the fuck? Yeah, right.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Give me 1 second. I got to fix something.
Yeah.
Mandela effect, like, or they refer to it as visual Mandela effect. And what they did is they took 40 images, popular images from popular culture. Yeah, that's redundant, but they took so they took some pretty common ones. They had people look at the original image and then try to redraw the image from short-term and long-term memory, and the difference was a matter of I think it was like an hour or something like that. I'm probably misciting that, but anyways, so they remembering details in the images that weren't there. So, like, for example, the Monopoly guy.
Yeah, the monocle.
Yeah, the monocle. Yeah, that's a common one. So, in the original image, it didn't have. In the image they had, didn't have the monocle, but people always remember him with the monocle. In the images that people drew, it was they drew it with the monocle.
Yeah, and you know what another crazy one is? Yeah, right.
Yep.
It's fucking. Yeah. That's not right.
Yeah.
Squire is Squire, and it always has been. It's not. Well, you don't spell Squire Squier. Like.
Yeah.
But it sounds right.
Yeah, right. The monocle one's another big one. What we were just talking about, Ron, the Monopoly guy.
Mm-hmm.
People remember him with a monocle,
Uncle Pennybags.
He's never had a fucking monocle.
Uncle
really?
Pennybags,
yeah, really.
Yeah, really.
But the other big one, which this one's kind of crazy because some shit has been dug up recently. But the Fruit of the Loom logo.
Oh, that was one that was another one they had in the story, was the Fruit of the Loom logo.
That is a huge one because everyone said that there was a cornucopia in the Fruit of the Loom logo behind all the fruit.
Yep.
And so for the last 10 years, there's no fucking cornucopia, and people have relentlessly emailed Fruit of the Loom when the Mandela effect first started happening, and Fruit of the Loom, the company, has made several official statements saying, "Stop with this ridiculousness. We've never had a cornucopia in our logo for the history of the company." They've made several statements about this. Well, sure as shit, this year and last year, people have started digging up old Fruit of the Loom shirts that have it in the back of the fucking thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and people have found some. So, like, what the fuck is that?
Like, crazy.
Yeah. Why would a company like Fruit of the Loom take a piece of their logo away, erase it from existence? People have a very hard time finding anything with it on there. What do they do? What they do? Go around and collect all the fucking shirts, millions and millions of shirts they've made at the corner, and then tell people they're crazy for thinking that it ever existed, only to have a few dug up, 10, 12 years later. What is that? We live in a simulation. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Yep. So either we live in a simulation or the dead internet theory is accurate.
What's that?
The dead internet.
I haven't heard of this.
The dead internet theory is a theory that the internet doesn't exist, and everything that is on the internet for you on your phone panders to just you.
No, I totally believe that.
And none of it's real. It's all bots. It's all AI and all bots, and it panders to only you.
I think that's giving the bots a lot of credit, but yeah, I mean, I could see that being a thing. I mean, I think there's
nothing on there is real. It just panders to you for your entertainment to keep you, docile and.
What about if you buy stuff online though?
Controlled.
Linked into the Matrix.
Yeah, I mean, there's holes in the theory. Don't. I'm not saying I believe it.
I just bought more Mando online, which is taint deodorant.
Did you buy some?
So
was that based on my search last week? the ball deodorant, ball spray.
So good.
Oh my god.
There's a solid amount of people though who do believe in the dead internet theory, because if you look into it, there's a lot of shit about it that makes sense, but there's also, a lot of shit that doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But it's probably I mean, there's probably some truth to that, because like realistically at one point about 80% of all users on the internet were bots. And I think that's been proven at this point.
Yeah.
At least on social media, not the entire internet.
I can see that making sense with with AI in terms of algorithms for social media and those kinds of things. But yeah, I think that the theory needs to be fleshed out more.
Oh yeah, yeah, for real. I mean, and I'm there's way more to it than what I'm spitting right now.
Oh shit! I'm just looking over this list. This is fantastic. Here's what they have for Jesus: leader of a marginal Jewish apocalyptic cult who was crucified by the Roman Empire for alleged sedition and is believed by the Christians to have been resurrected. Jews who believed him to be the Messiah were originally called Nazarenes, and later they became known as Jewish Christians, the first Christians. Baha'is, Muslims, and Christians, including Messianic Jews, believe him to be the Messiah. Marginal Jewish apocalyptic cult.
Marginal Jewish apocalyptic cult. I mean, he did.
What about Jews for Jesus? You ever see that group?
Yeah.
Jews for Jesus. I mean, he was a Jew, right?
Yeah, he was. He wasn't a Christian, that's what I think a lot of them don't fully comprehend. So in Judy, go on.
Moses is a large character within the Jewish.
Oh yeah, he's one of the most popular Jews of all time.
Well, no, I just mean in terms of like being like somewhat of a Messiah, right? It's more so Moses that most of the Jews are.
Yeah, so let's see. Right? In Judaism, Messiah originally meant a divinely appointed king or anointed one, such as Aaron, or it's just Aaron, the brother of Moses, David, Cyrus the Great, or Alexander the Great. Later, especially after the failure of the Hasmonean kingdom, 37 BC, the Jewish-Roman wars, 80, 66 to 135, the figure of the Jewish Messiah was one who would deliver the Jews from oppression and usher in Olam Haba, the world to come, or Messianic age. However, the term false Messiah was largely absent from the rabbinic literature, and the first mention of this was in the Sefer Zerubbabel from the mid-7th century, which used the term Messiah Sheker, false Messiah. And then Jesus is at the top of the list. Wow. Fuck.
As the most popular Jew?
Well, he's at the top of these of the Messiah claimants.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay,
I'm
so-
gonna say
all right.
it's probably Moses and then Larry David are the most popular Jews.
Well, yeah, Moses definitely. He's considered the most important prophet in Judaism. That's
Yeah, he's one of the
the words that I couldn't get out of my mouth.
Abraham, Moses, David, Solomon.
I mean Larry David, the creator of Seinfeld. He's my favorite Jew.
It's weird that Moses is so important throughout many of the. I mean, all of the major religions, really,
Mm-hmm.
back in those times. One of the most important prophets in Christianity, Islam.
Well, he got the 10 Commandments and then led the Jews to the Promised Land.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
two big,
What
that's two pretty big dudes.
How do you Druze? Is that how you pronounce that? The Druze faith? Druze?
What is that? I never heard of that.
It's a major religion, or at least was.
Hmm.
And then the Baha'i faith.
Baha'i, yeah.
Baha'i.
Yeah, and then some Arabic religions. Or
Dwight
Abrahamic.
Schrute
Sorry,
from-
Abrahamic religions. I'm reading that.
Okay. Dwight Schrute, whatever his real name is in real life, is one of the more popular Baha'is.
Rain Wilson.
Mary Wilson, yes.
He's got a show called let's see, Dark Air with Terry Carnation. He plays the role of Terry Carnation, who is a radio host. It's an interesting show.
You guys got New Year's plans?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that.
Yeah, Matt, you're seeing some rad bands.
Yeah, I'm going to Richmond for 2 nights. We're staying down in Richmond tomorrow night and New Year's Eve. Going to a show tomorrow night. Should be a banger. It's a Paperback Tragedy, Idle Minds, Chupacabra, Morals.
Damn, down in Richmond?
Yeah.
Oh,
sounds
cool.
like all your boys.
And another, yeah, it is, but a whole bunch of friends. And then another band that I can't remember their name, but I don't know who they are. That's the opening band. So, but yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. And Bree's gonna get from Allegedly
Oh, no shit.
coming down, gonna be there too. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one.
Damn, that's nice.
And yeah, and then New Year's Eve, 40 Reps, Talk Me Off, and Shot Clock are playing. That should also be a very good show.
Nice.
So there's another band that night too. I don't know who they are. I can't remember their name. So
cool.
Sounds like it's gonna be a big reunion of the OBH greatest.
Yeah, that will be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the killer show. That's like something that we would put together.
yeah. Matt Martin from Chupacabra, I believe, put that one together. So that'll be a fun night.
What about you, Ron?
Nothing. I mean, I'm not a big New Year's guy. Like, I don't. My wife and I, we usually get Chinese food and try to stay up until midnight. Yeah, so I was never, even when I was younger, I was never really a big New Year's Eve person. I work with somebody who's actually taking the train up to Manhattan to go to Times Square, which sounds like a fucking nightmare for me.
That is a nightmare.
Yeah, that sounds like shit. Yeah.
I've only been to New York City one time for New Year's Eve, and I did not go into Manhattan. We were across the river in Brooklyn at a party on top of a freaking apartment building.
That's the way to do it.
So we had a great view of everything, and it was fucking rad.
Nice.
That sounds pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, it was super rad.
Yeah.
And they had this like that building, because it was a bunch of apartments. It was an old warehouse that was turned into apartments in fuck, I can't even remember what neighborhood.
Williamsburg.
It might have been Williamsburg. But yeah, they had this like observation tower thing up there.
Nice.
It was like this old. Clearly, it was like this old platform because it had this like steel I-beam that jutted out diagonally from it that like went over the edge of the apartment. So clearly, that this used to be like something they used as like a pulley, system to get shit up there. And but some of the people at some point when that had been converted into an apartment building had built this platform up on top of this observation tower that had two wooden chairs built and like a love seat, and they were very nicely built.
Yeah,
and they were like screwed down, so you could climb up this ladder and go all the way up to the observation tower and
nice.
just like chill up there and drink. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah,
that sounds pretty bitchin'.
Yeah. The other half of that building that my friends lived in was still a factory, and it was a doll parts factory.
Oh, creepy.
Oh, Jesus.
And so yeah. And so like when you went up the stairs, like halfway up the stairs, because I lived on the top floor, on one of the landings, there was a door that went into the factory, and the factory would always have it open because it got real hot in there, but they would have a screen door shut. So you could see into the factory, and it was just like all these fucking old factory machines with doll parts on them, just like flying around. Yeah, and it sometimes when I'd go up there and visit, we would throw the football on the roof, and if the football would sometimes bounce off the roof, so you'd have to go down and get it. The building was probably at least 7 or 8 stories, and go down in the back alley. And there was always this one dumpster that was just filled with defective doll parts. It was the weirdest, fucking creepiest thing. Yeah, this is a long time. This is like way back.
That sounds bad.
Way back in 2002, but yeah, it was. It was an adventure for sure.
It's the best place to hide a body.
Yeah, and it probably several had, because this is also like just at the very, very, very beginning of when Brooklyn started to turn from what it used to be into what it is now. So there was no parts of Brooklyn back then that were like nice.
Yeah.
Brooklyn was still the Anacostia of New York back then. For those of you DC listeners out there.
You guys fans of Steve-O from Jackass?
Yeah.
I mean, enough, yeah.
Yeah, enough.
He has a new special on, it's only on his website. What's it called? I forget what it's called, but it's basically like all the shit on Jackass that he couldn't do because it was too graphic. And he couldn't put it on YouTube or Netflix or anything like that because of the shit he does. It is fucking phenomenal.
So he's back at some crazy antics, huh?
Oh my dude. He does this one thing called skyjacking.
I already have a feeling I know it.
Yeah, where he's never been skydiving before, but he finally went skydiving, and he fucking completely naked and timed it so that he was watching porn. He ate 4 Cialis for breakfast, and as he jumps out of the plane, he's jerking it and blows a load, and the load flies into the camera. Dude, I swear to God, it is all. Jesus. He does this one thing where it's called the shit hits the fan, where he's like cradling a fan. He just shits, and the shit's like dangling out of his ass, and there's all of his friends are around, and the shit hits the fan and flies everywhere, and they're all trying to like get away from it. Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Red just said, "I guess I know what we're doing tonight."
You got to watch it. And he gets like they also did some illegal shit. Like he has some somebody he knows that works in a hospital who stole anesthesia. And he does this thing where he's riding a bicycle and they give him anesthesia and he sees how long he can ride a bike until he passes out. But it wasn't working for him, so they ended up giving him an epidural in his back, on his spine.
Oh god.
And they yanked the epidural and he sees how far he could sprint. Dude, it's fucking gnarly. People at his show pass out watching it. You gotta watch it tonight, dude. You gotta watch it.
Oh God. I don't know if you can hear Red right now. She's like, oh God. She's like, I can't do the epidural thing. I don't think I had a bad experience.
I couldn't watch that part. I had to turn my head when they were sticking the needle in. But once they pulled it out, he just started running, and he eventually his lower body went numb and he just fell over. He's fucking insane.
Man, between him and shit, what was his name? Johnny
Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville, yeah. Those guys are fucking indestructible.
Yeah, and this, like I said, this is like gnarly. This is like the shit that he couldn't.
Yeah, the shit they wanted to do, but censors wouldn't let them.
Yeah, he does the vasectomy Olympics where he gets a vasectomy, and then they hang him on a tree like a pinata, and the little kids beat the shit out of his nuts with a stick.
I don't think that's how that works.
Oh,
I highly recommend watching. Highly recommend. I watched it with my mom, and she was like almost puking the entire time.
Your mom?
She's like, "Why are they shitting on a fan?" I was like, "Because it's fucking Steve-O." Ugh.
Ron, you're the only person who would watch it with your mom. Like, hey, Mom, what do you want to watch tonight? I got a great movie for you.
Do I have a show for you?
Do I ever? Do you like a man shitting on a fan with all his friends standing around? Well, you do? Well, then I've got a show for you.
you won't believe what I have in store for you.
The first thing he does is dick painting. And he basically they paint shorts on him, but he's naked, so it's just like his dick is dangling, but it's the same color as his legs. And he's at the gym lifting weights with just his like dick out, but it's like colored. Dude, you gotta watch it tonight.
Was it like the Jackass 30th anniversary or some shit?
No, it's just like he does stand up now, and so he the special takes place in London. And he does it's like a stand-up thing, but he kind of introduces each sketch.
Yeah.
So he'll talk about what they were thinking and how they did it, and then they'll go to the actual video of it, and it's fucking wild, man. All right, fellas.
All right, man. All right,
All right,
gents.
Oz.
Happy New Year.
Later, man.
Happy New Year to you.
Later, man.
And everybody else as well.
Yes,
Party
Happy
your
New
asses
Year.
off for New Year's Eve. Happy New Year.
2024 is going to be the shit.
Or complete shit. Yes.
Fuck it. Yeah, it's New Year's Eve. Go out, have fun. Fuck condoms. Go ride bareback. We don't have to worry about AIDS anymore. That's just for Mets fans.
Yeah, that's we.
There's a cure for AIDS now, anyways. Fuck it.
Yeah, just go fuck.
Yeah.
Go fucking heart-shaped bathtubs. Happy New Year.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging out for another week. Be sure to check out punkboxrocks.com and merchslut.com. Check us out on all social media outlets at ourbrainshurt and at ourbrainshurt.com. We will talk to you next week. Stay safe. Adios.
How do I do this shit? I can still hear you. So what do I have to press? Close.